Oh, I
Full
asked
fact.
somebody at work if they were on crack.
And did they say yes?
They just kind of looked at me.
Oh, that's a yes. That's 100% a yes.
Or,
I
to
think
be fair, it was the... It was something that makes sense in a logical world, but who the fuck would ever do it? Like, it doesn't make sense.
Well, can you explain the situation so we have context to what
Yeah.
doesn't make sense? What
Okay,
did I do with my water?
so,
Where's
the
my
thing is,
water?
Agua.
you have to understand, is that there's two big bay doors at my work,
Yeah.
and when they're open, outside comes inside.
Oh, fuck.
And everybody at my work is a fucking pussy. So, you know, oh, I'm cold, close the door.
Yeah.
As they're in, like, fucking, in his fucking... one motherfucker
Bro,
wears
it was
two pairs of
negative
pants
one
under his
today. What the
hair.
fuck?
It's a heated building. I don't care if the fucking door is open.
Lucas, not everyone's 300 pounds.
Alright. I don't care. If you're wearing, like, legitimately, a fucking pair of... You're wearing jogging shorts, and then you're wearing your jeans on top, and you have a fucking long sleeve t-shirt with a sweater on top,
Okay, no, you've forfeited your right to be
and
cold.
you're fucking complaining that it's cold, when I'm standing here in jeans and a t-shirt. Like, fuck you. It's not cold. Anyway, so, one of the bitches who's always complaining that it's cold is complaining that it's cold, but it's hot when you're up on a ladder, because that's where the fucking heaters are. They're
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
ceiling.
I thought you were about to say
So
on the
this-
ladder.
They're on
So
the
this
left.
motherfucker has the brilliant idea to take the fan that we use in the summer to cool the place and put it on the ceiling to blow the hot air down.
Oh, that's great.
Is that when you asked him
I-
if he was on crack?
Because he was Bro, it is -4 degrees, and this motherfucker is standing in the middle of the warehouse floor, holding a fan, just looking up. And I'm like, bro, what are you doing right now? And he's like, looking for
Explain
an
the
outlet.
situation.
And
Looking
I'm like,
on the
why is it
ceiling.
fuck are you looking for an outlet on the ceiling? And
Sounds
he's
like a Black Keys song.
He's like, well, when you're up on a ladder, it's always hot, and then when you're down here on the floor, you're freezing your nuts off. So I thought if I can blow the air down, then we'll be warm down here too. And I'm like, so you're gonna put the fan on the ceiling to blow the warm air down? And he went, no, that's not what I said. You're putting words in my mouth. I go, well, if you're gonna try to blow the hot air from the ceiling down, you're not gonna put the fan on the ceiling to try to achieve that? Where are you gonna put the fan? And he goes, I don't know. That's why I'm looking for an outlet.
The fan goes wherever the
So I
outlet
asked him
goes.
if he was on crack. And then he kind of looked at me, set the fan down, and walked away.
You hear like a distant guitar twang, like oh my god. Okay, I 100% agree with this assessment.
It makes logically that could work, but what the fuck are you gonna do? Like, is it just like, a normal fan. Like, it's just a fucking household fan that this motherfucker is going to, like, duct tape to the ceiling joist, pointing downwards, just on, so that the fucking warm air will come down.
Is this gonna come in the shop and be like, who's the motherfucker that taped a fan to the ceiling?
Bro, you made Sam laugh so hard he's got the hiccups.
Yeah, motherfucker.
I also like the idea of, like, how do you turn that off?
You get on the ladder and unplug it.
You get on the ladder and you poke it with a stick because it's on the ceiling.
And my favorite part is, like, where he was looking to, we don't have a ladder high enough to reach that.
He's gonna put double-sided tape on the back and he's gonna throw it from the top of your tallest ladder.
That's the thing, too. He's the fucking safety guy.
What the fuck? Whoa!
Oh my god,
Bro!
it just keeps going.
I was about to get up from my chair and I heard that. I fucking, my hand slipped and I fell back in my chair. Holy fuck.
Oh. Man, that's my new
Fucking
favorite
dumbass!
story. That's my new favorite Lucas Works story, I'm sorry.
Like, he didn't understand, like, why I thought he was fucking nuts. Like, he, in his mind, it makes perfect sense.
In the diseased remnants of what used to be his brain, it makes sense.
So, Lucas, it's safe to say that your workplace, you're the foreman, you're the fucking head of receiving, and you're the safety inspector.
Yeah, you just supplanted
there's
the other
no
safety
fucking
inspector.
shop that I have anything to do with safety. You know how much fucking bullshit that I would immediately get fired for?
Such as wanting to stick a fan to the ceiling.
Such, like, fucking today I needed to get something off of the fucking rack, and it's like, what I needed to get was like 10 feet in the air-ish.
Yeah.
So naturally, I see what kind of looks like a ladder being a skid sitting on the floor with another skid behind it that has a half skid stacked on top of it. So I pick up a reel and set it down to be the first step. Like, I pick up a fucking full reel of wire with wire on it, drag it over, drop it down, fucking climb up onto the skid, which is just wrapped with, like, shaky reels on it, and then take that onto another thing while I'm standing on this fucking skid that's probably 8 feet off the ground, fucking pulling shit down and passing it to somebody, just hoping that fucking...
hoping that no one sees you do it.
Fuck it.
And also
And
that, you know...
that's the thing. Nobody fucking cares. My boss might say something if he walks past, but where I was doing that was in full view of the counter with the customers.
We prioritize safety above all else. Cut to Lucas balancing on two skids.
I'm gonna take a day off. No, I'm gonna take a day off. Shut up! I'm gonna take a day off work to go to Lucas's workplace and just watch him be a fucking retard.
Like, I'm not gonna say that I've never done something like that.
Oh no.
And I no longer work at the job that I did that, so I can say it without getting in trouble. But yeah, like I stacked Playmobil boxes to get to high things.
Bro, who's gonna tell on you?
Well, see, that would be the time that we get like a random safety check from the safety inspector on the boardwalk.
I mean, out of the two of us.
Oh no.
See, that's the thing, is where I work, is it's like, there's so much wrong everywhere that it doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter if I'm doing something sketchy and a safety inspector walks in, because we're gonna be shut down regardless.
Yeah, Yeah, it's no longer an individual thing.
Do you know? Like I am fairly certain. A, your ladders have to be safetied every year. We have
Yes.
never gotten a fucking ladder safety ever. We just buy them and it's just fine.
Yeah,
We still
fine.
have
Yo,
like I
this
don't know
one's
if,
run
if you
out.
all had fucking ladders at work, Alex.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
assuming that your fucking ladders have railings.
Not all of them, but a lot of the really tall ones. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Ours, like some of ours just don't.
Yeah, they just
Some of
don't.
ours are just like steps that you can walk up, and like you stand on them, and like the weight of it pushes it down on the springs so that like the actual feet touch the ground.
Oh my
But if you're,
God.
but if the floor is not level, sometimes it won't touch the ground. So you'll be on like 3 feet on the ground with no railings on any side.
Yeah, sounds about right.
And there's also like, I know, you know how there's a fucking railing, right? And it's about halfway up where like there's a railing, and it's about up to say your like your belly button or whatever,
Yeah.
or like a little higher, so you can't fall off. And then there's like a fucking railing about halfway through, so you can't slide through either.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
there's been multiple occasions where I've also used that halfway railing as a step to get higher. Where I just put my feet, I just fucking push myself up on the top rail, and then put my feet on that like safety rail halfway up to get higher.
Yeah, it sounds about right.
Big man at dangerous heights.
Yeah, yeah, big man on campus. Dangerous heights reached. How do your forklift drivers come around like corners and stuff?
Oh,
Depends
can
on
I
the forklift driver.
can I interject? There's a guy
Yeah,
at my
are we-
there's a guy at my shop that just fucking bombs around the corner.
Yeah, yeah. So where my office is, I have a window that looks directly into like a major intersection of the warehouse. Within like 3 minutes of sitting down at my office on my first day, I see a dude power slide around the corner.
Do, do, do,
Yeah, I can
do,
hear
do.
it. I
Dude.
can hear the music.
We can't do that because there's not enough space in our warehouse to do that anywhere. Because literally, when I'm driving around to hang wire, you have to drive through the main foot traffic area, because the area that we're supposed to drive around with the forklift is never empty because we always have skids there because we have too
Oh,
much
yeah.
fucking garbage.
Yeah, yeah.
So we have to clear out the foot traffic area and drive through spaces that were built for people to walk through with the forklift. So you're on a good day, you're lucky if you have about 3 inches of clearance.
Jeez.
On a good day.
When the moon shines right.
I swear to God, I put up a skid today, and I go tighter than most people because I want it to fucking fit. If I think it's gonna go, it's gonna fucking go. So I measured the bitch, right?
Yeah.
How much room do you think would be reasonable to leave, like, if you have your skid from the floor to the very top of the skid, and the
Yeah.
amount of space you have to actually fit that in? How
Three
much
quar-
room do you think would be reasonable?
Okay, so do you want reasonable or do you want what I would like? Are we talking like a skid
Oh.
next, like a
Oh.
skid of product next to a skid of product?
I'm talking like, you have your shelf, right?
Yeah.
So you're putting it on the shelf, and then the space above it is like where the rafter sits, like not
Oh, like,
not
how-
like
how much
rafters, but
clearance
like
you
the
want.
next shelf,
Oh yeah.
like the
Yeah,
beam
so it's,
for the
it's
next
how much
shelf.
clearance.
Okay,
How much
so
clearance would you leave between the product and the beam for the next shelf?
okay, so the reasonable answer would be like maybe 2 inches.
Yeah, that's
I
what
would
was
say,
gonna say.
I would say 5/8 of an inch.
Yeah, like I know how you work, and I know it's exactly how much space you need to get it off of the rack to get it back
Yeah, like
down.
you shimmy that shit out.
Yeah.
Like,
I have I did something bad today.
Oh my
please
god.
tell me you left less than
It's
5/8 of an
flush.
inch.
It's flush.
Bro, I left a quarter inch.
I mean, like,
I left a quarter inch on like the highest spot in like the worst, the highest corner where it is super difficult to get out normally. I just fucking shoved that shit in there. Like I was touching the bottom with the skid
yeah.
and just like sliding it along the bottom so that the top could get in, and just fucking dropped it in there. And whoever has to pull that out is gonna fucking hate me.
It's
But
gonna be
It's probably
you.
gonna be you. Yeah, it's you.
It will not be me.
I'm gonna call your work and say, hey,
Hey, this motherfucker left a quarter of an inch clearance on this piece of shit.
Yo, he eating beans. He's eating beans. Make him fix it.
Lucas made me laugh so hard I got hiccups, and then made me laugh so hard again I lost my hiccups.
That they went away.
Yeah. Oh, but no, I fully get you. Like, I climb on top of like shit that, like, it's perfectly stable, but I shouldn't be climbing on it.
Yeah, but if a safety inspector walked in, you are losing
Oh,
your job.
but that's the thing. The Ministry of Labor made a surprise visit to the dealership a couple weeks ago,
Oh no.
right? And the dealership is like Fort fucking Knox. Anyways,
Yeah.
meanwhile, we're over here at the shop. Nobody's got a mask on. It's like, fuck that shit. Nobody's wearing safety glasses. Like,
Oh,
like
no,
unless
no one
unless you're on a
was.
saw, but like for the
That's-
most part,
that's
nobody's
it.
wearing safety glasses.
Yeah.
Mother and the aforementioned bombing around the fucking corners with the
Yeah.
forklift. Somebody hit an I-beam like a couple years ago.
Do you guys have to wear like the orange vests?
Fuck no.
Oh no, we do because people have been hit by forklift drivers too many times.
I watched a motherfucker one time bomb around, and it was the funniest shit in the world too, because I was like doing something, and my boss and the second in command were like fucking standing there talking about something, and the motherfucker, he doesn't work there anymore, but
Gee,
the
I wonder why.
motherfucker on the forklift didn't know, and he fucking bombed around the corner too hard, and he fucking slammed into a shelf right in front of him.
Hey boss, how's it going?
He just kind of looked at him, shook his head, and fucking took the conversation back out into the office. Like fucking,
Bro, look at these retards I have to work with.
I mean, but I've also seen a motherfucker one time have a fucking, it was like a 8 foot tall fucking cabinet for like not Sam's Save cabinet, but like a fucking, like a giant metal box, think of it, like loaded
Oh,
down
yeah.
with breakers and shit.
Yeah.
A couple £1,000 on the forklift, and he took the corner too hard. Or a
Let me
little
guess,
too
this
fast or
motherfucker was
whatever.
this cabinet was standing straight up, wasn't it?
Of course it was, like 8 feet straight up.
Fucker.
So it's supposed to be, right? And then, so the cabinet starts tipping.
Oh,
Yeah.
no,
And
he coming.
he's the motherfucker who ordered the cabinet, knows exactly how much it is, and it's going to his customer. So he decides either this cabinet's going to be fine, or I'm not going to have to deal with it. As he jumps off the forklift and tries to push it back up, which was great, because in his panic, he threw it into neutral. He left it on gas and hopped off the forklift and then tried to push it back up, which, I mean, it did go back up, but then he had to hop back on the moving forklift to try to stop it, as it is rolling away with the product still.
Oh my god.
I've also heard stories about when we had an older forklift that was a bit lighter. Fucking there used to be a dude working there who bombed around a corner so hard one time that the fucking forklift went up on two wheels.
My man really pulled a wheel.
And there were other stories like back when, because we used to have this little like Clark, I think, and it didn't have too much lifting capacity. So
Oh,
there
I
was
think I
one
know where this is
time
going.
that they had to get something off a truck that was more than the forklift could lift.
Mhm.
So they got 4 motherfuckers from the office to stand on the back of the forklift to weigh it down. Like, they took the 4 biggest people in the fucking place and got them to stand on the back of the forklift so that the wheels would still touch the ground. And it was still kind of like hovering a little bit.
It's still struggling.
Like you get that little bit of hover where it's like maybe
it's
a quarter
thinking
inch
about
off the ground, like fucking everybody's leaning back and shit.
Heave, man. Heave, man.
Crouch
Heave.
down, make yourself denser.
Yeah. Crouch down, fit another man on your shoulders, brothers. Lucas just works with Space Marines, I'm sorry. Hey bro, we need to work this forklift. Ah! Oh my god.
I mean, I've also seen a motherfucker who's just, we'd literally call him Roger Ramjet. because of how he drives.
What kind of name is that?
It's from a cartoon back in like the 50s or whatever.
Alright,
He has this whole
alright.
theme song that we can sing. Roger Ramjet, he's our man, hero of our nation. The only thing that's wrong with him is mental retardation.
Oh yeah, the good old Barney the dinosaur bit, yeah.
Yeah, anyway. Fucking, I've watched that man drop a fucking 600-pound reel because he was driving too fast with the forklift boom extended all the way up, trying to take something down off the top rack, and he tipped a reel off the top because it hit the rafter and then tipped forward and fell probably
10 feet.
like
Quarter of an
17
inch. Oh my god!
like 17 feet and fucking smash him easily.
As it's falling, you can
I've
hear
almost
like,
been killed by
Spider-Man.
him before too. 'Cause he was trying to hang it reel the wire, and fucking they sit in like little cups,
Yeah.
and he fucking jerked the fucking wheel as like trying to fucking fit it in, and fucking knocked the cup out of place, which made the fucking wire beside it fucking drop off and kamikaze bomb beside me.
Did you almost kill him?
No, I fucking stood there and yelled at him, but he can never be wrong. He does everything right
he's
all
one
the
of
time,
those.
and fucking never makes a mistake. And if he
I
did, he
mean,
would admit it
clearly.
immediately. Which
Clearly,
is fucking absolutely not true.
clearly, he seems to be a god of some sort.
I've watched that man make a mistake, watched him do it, watched him acknowledge it to himself, and then have somebody else bring it up to him, just like, oh hey, like you fucked this up, like not even fucking
Yeah, not even like
being
that.
rude about it, but him just like straight denying it. Like,
nah, you
like he
you
knows he
gay.
did it. I know he did it. The guy who's telling him knows he did it. But he's fucking straight denial. I mean, it was funny. The other day, we needed 4 bundles of fucking 3/4 inch pipe, which is 44 pounds a piece. So I'm with the fucking other guy who's Yeah, I don't know what the fuck he was doing, right? So he picks up one bundle, takes it over. So me being me, want to show him up. I pick up the other three and walk him over to the customer. He fucking sees him carrying one bundle, fucking sets it down. I set down three right behind him. He fucking looks at the dude who carried one and goes, "Man, you're a candy ass bitch."
Wait, this is the customer telling him that?
Yeah.
Bro! You candy ass bitch.
Oh, that's so good.
Lucas, I hate you because I know this ain't a fucking lie. You've done it to me. Alex, I don't know if I ever told you this story, but when Lucas and I were in Powerfit, I went and grabbed a 35 kettlebell.
Yeah.
I started off with a 35 and I was about to do kettlebell swings. Lucas comes into the cardio room with a 40. I'm like, oh
right,
no, this motherfucker ain't showing me up. I went back, grabbed a 45.
Each other up, yeah.
And then
I do remember this story, yeah.
Yeah, the kettlebell's maxed out at 55, so we're both in the cardio room, two dumbasses hating ourselves because we're doing kettlebell swings with 55 pounds. Fuck, I hate you.
That story.
Fucking dick ass.
So I've said this so many times. I will say it again. I'm gonna have cameras in the warehouse, and we would never know it. If we had microphones in the warehouse, we would all be fired.